Okay, I hope now the screen is visible and I'm audible clearly. And I hope again this power cut will not come. Just give me confirmation, friends. I'm audible and screen visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you again for your interest. Right. So let's enter into today's topic, guys. Today we are going to learn averages first. I'll write some points over here, and you make a note of them. Okay. Average. Okay, the topic name is average was, and you know very well how to find the average. Generally we find average as sum of quantities by number of quantities. And to the third year people who have gone under this QLR course, I think for the last semester and for current semester, uh, guys, you, if you are see, you can attend these classes also. Why? Because the questions will be different. Whatever discussed over there will not be discussed here, because my intention is to give some other content to people, but the concepts, all concepts will be covered, and examples will be different, but all the concepts will be covered, so you can attend. You will not feel bored, right? So see here, average is equal to sum of quantities by number of quantities, right? And we have a wonderful shortcut for this averages. That shortcut is mixers and allegations technique was. Mixers and allegation technique, I'll tell you what is this technique. Actually, this mixers and allegation technique is applied to many kind of problems, and you can see a competitive book, there you will find mixers and allegation topic itself. So we have mixers and allegation topics, and you can apply this technique. Actually this is a technique, boss, but it is discussed as a topic. And um, you can see around 2 to 300 of different kinds of problems where mixers and allegation technique is applied. Today we will be applying this mixers and allegation technique for 2 to 3 problems. Just a minute, guys, let me turn off the fan, I think. Yeah, I'm back now. So we'll see what is this mixtures and allegation technique, and how to apply this mixtures and allegation technique to the averages was. And basic is average is equal to sum of quantities by number of quantities, right? Okay, let's go to few points over here. And one more thing, boss, let me find the average of this thing here. Let me take one expression. We have 4, 8, 12, 16, and how much difference? 4, 16 and 20, boss. Now tell me what is the average of these observations. I think for third year people, it's a you know, they can answer it within 2 seconds. At a glance, they can answer it. Now, remaining people, you tell me what is the average of these numbers over here.
12.
Exactly 12. Right, guys? So, if you find the average of these numbers as per our basic formula, guys, average is equal to, as per our basic formula, average is equal to sum of observations, which is 4 plus 8 plus 12 plus 16 plus 20 divided by number of observations. And here you can have, you have 5 observations, so sum will be something, I'm not adding them, and the average is 12, boss. We can directly identify the average. I'll tell you how to identify the average. uh, for the observations, if the observations are in arithmetic progression, boss, so you can note a point here. Point number 1 you can take here. Average will be middle term. Average will be middle term if your observations are in arithmetic progression. Average is nothing but mean, boss. Okay, if your observations are in arithmetic progression, this is first point you can note. You can see here, my observations 4 plus 4, common difference is 4, common difference is 4, and the series continues. So if you find that your observations are in arithmetic progression with same common difference, then the middle number will be the average. This is the first point, make a note. Right, you can see over here guys, middle number, just divide the numbers. There are 5 numbers, just divide them, 2 to the left and 2 to the right. 12 is the middle number, so 12 is the average. Let me take one more example over here and tell you what is the average, what is the average of this series. Please note along with me, my friends. And 30, what is the average of this series? Can anyone tell me?
14.5.
Yeah, you are getting it as 14.5. Okay, so I'll tell you one more point over here. Make a note. This is point number 2, boss. You can take. Here the average will be, see, if you observe the observations 5, 10, 15, common difference is 5. So here the average will be as per our above point. When your observations are in arithmetic progression, then average should be the middle term, right? Here we will see middle term. So if I divide these two terms, if I divide like this, then my middle term here, actually if my observations are in odd number, then I could have middle term directly here. You can see there are 1 2 3 5 observations are there, then you can divide them and you will find a middle term, boss. But here there are 6 observations and you cannot find a middle term here. So these two terms are middle terms here. In this case, your average will be, in this case, your average will be average of middle terms, average of middle terms, boss. So you can take middle terms and you can tell the average 15 plus 20 by 2, sum of observations by number of observations, which is 35 by 2. 35 by 2, 17, 34, 17.5. That will be the average, boss. And one more observation is also possible. You just copy it. And please make it very fast, guys. We have 13 questions to discuss. We will discuss them. Actually, yesterday I have come with the 20 questions and we discussed around 10 to 12 questions. So I reduced the number of questions, but see, those 13 questions will be of different kind. One question will be of one type and another question will be of another type. So around 10 types you can see, and we may learn around 10 shortcuts in that one. Right. So guys, let me tell you here, when for arithmetic progression, we can make one more point we can note here. The point is, if arithmetic progression, if you find, then average will be average of first and last term, boss. Then you can write it as first term plus last term divided by 2. This will be the average, boss. So when the observations are in arithmetic progression, you can say this. So average will be first and last term. You can see in the here 5 plus 30 by 2, and here also you can see it's 35, and here also you got the same. So first term plus last term by 2, 5 plus 30, that is 35 by 2, again 17.5. This is the average in this case. This is the average when arithmetic progression comes. But my friends, don't expect arithmetic series of observations which are in arithmetic progression. This kind of questions will not come. But if in any case if it comes, then you can directly notice them and you can directly answer what will be the average in that case. Okay. And let me go to the next point, guys. You make a note of this point. This is point number 3, very important. Okay, you can take it. Average of, let's say you have a question, average of m quantities is x. Average, this is average, boss, and this is these are quantities. Okay, average of m quantities x and average of n quantities is y. We have two quantities, average of m quantities is x and average of n quantities is y. And if we mix these two quantities, guys, and if we mix these quantities, these two quantities, then the combined average will be, then combined average, when we mix them, then the combined average will be m into x plus n into y by m plus n boss. This will be the combined average. So you make a clear, you make this point, you know this point very clearly. If average of m quantities is x and if average of n quantities is y, and if we mix both the quantities, then combined average will be mx plus ny by m plus n. And for this combined average, we can apply mixtures and allegations technique. For this combined average, we can apply mixtures and alligation technique, and we'll see what is the technique and how we are going to apply that. So you can make a note of that point. And another point under this one, see guys, see, this is the combined average. If we have m quantities and their average is x, if we have n quantities and their average is y, and if we remove n quantities out of m quantities, please listen, if we remove n quantities out of m quantities, then at that time combined average, you can say at that time average, you cannot say, we are not combining here, right? At that time average will be same mx minus ny by m plus n boss. We are what we are doing here is we are removing n quantities from m quantities boss. We are removing n quantities from m quantities. So here I'm telling again, if we are removing n quantities with average y from m quantities with average x, then the then the average of the remaining terms will be x minus ny by m minus n. Sorry, it's m minus n, because we are removing here. And don't worry, we are not going to remember all the formulas also. Just have a glance at them. Okay, now my friends, let me go to next slide. Okay, guys, we'll be seeing different kinds of formulas while solving the problem. Not formulas, ideas. I can say ideas. If a formula is given, then you will have to remember that. If idea is given, then if you recall it once or twice, it will be fixed in your mind. Let's see, guys. Let me talk about average here. Average is equal to sum of observations by number of observations, right? Now I will tell you, I will modify it. I'm saying that average is equal to sum of observations. You will be adding x1 observation with x2 observation with x3 observation, and so and goes on. You will be adding xn observations divided by number of observations, where n observations are there. So I'm keeping n in the denominator. And my friends, if I see this sum of observations over here, and if I find that sum of observations, so average into n, average into number of observations will give you sum of observations. Average into number of observations will give you sum of observations, and I call that as total sum. See, this total sum is going to help me to solve many problems now. So you can make a note of this one. What is total sum is average into number of observations is total sum boss. You make a note of this one. It's see, average into your number of observations total sum, and I will be finding this total sum for many problems, and I will be answering those problems basing on this total sum. Okay, now after that, guys, let me go to the mixtures and alligation technique, uh, which I wanted to tell. Mixtures and alligation technique. Okay, guys, we have learned one formula. If we have m observations, and their average is x, and if you have n observations and their average is y, then we said that combined average will be mx plus ny by m plus n. This is the formula, and we will see what happens when we apply this formula and when we apply this mixtures and alligation technique. We will see how fast we are able to answer the question. So to make you understand this mixtures and alligation, let me take one example and explain you. Uh, Let me take one example. Let us say there is a rice shop owner. There is a rice shop. Let us say there is a rice shop, and he is having two kinds of rice. Okay, we have A rice and B rice, and the cost of the A rice is 30 rupees per kg, and 30 rupees per kg. Similarly, the cost of the B rice is 40 rupees per kg. Okay, now he wants to mix A and B, boss. See, because it's a combined average, right? We are going to do this combined average. Combination should take place. He wants to mix this A and B, and he wants to sell that mixture at let's say 60 rupees per kg, because his main motto is to earn more and more profit, because he is earning, he is adding 40 rupees per, or let us say a number which is lesser than 30 and 40. So let us consider 35 rupees per kg. 35 and class demo. Let's take 40 rupees per kg. You can take any number, boss. You can take any number, not an issue. Okay. Now we have a A type rice and B type rice, boss. A type rice is 30 rupees per kg and B type rice is 40 rupees per kg. He mixes both of them and he sells the mixture at 40 rupees per kg. He sells the mixture at 40 rupees per kg. Now the question is, if the shop owner sells the mixture at 40 rupees per kg, then in which ratio he has to mix them? In which ratio he has to mix the rice? So the question is very clear, sir. A shopkeeper has 30 rupees per kg rice and 40 rupees per kg rice, but to earn more profit, he mixed both of the rice and he wants to sell that at 40 rupees per kg. Then how many kgs of A type and how many kgs of B type should be added so that we can sell them at 40 rupees per kg? That is the question. Can anyone tell me what should be the ratio between A and B so that the shopkeeper can sell that at 40 rupees per kg?
1:10.
1 is to 10. How did you answer this, boss? Any technique you have used or mixtures and alligation?
Mixtures, allegations I use.
Allegation, super guru. You know, there are few students already know it. That's nice. Okay, guys, so you can see over here, mixtures and alligation technique, my friends. You have to note like this: we have 30 rupees per kg and 40 rupees per kg, and if we combine both of them, then mixture will be coming here. Okay, so mixture average is 40. Here you can see, you have to note in this way, boss. One is 30 rupees per kg, another mixture, another rice is of 40 rupees per kg. When we mix both of them, we want to sell at 40 rupees per kg. Then here comes the ratio part, boss. Then here comes the ratio. This is one kind, was I'm going to tell you. Here comes the ratio, and the ratio comes like this. 1:10 నా మీరు ఏమన్నారు బాస్ ఆన్సర్ వాట్ వాజ్ యువర్ ఆన్సర్
to 10.
1:10 but one difference is coming as 0. One difference is here, you can see both are 40, right? Difference is 0.
Okay.
Can you please come again?
It becomes 0, sir, first. 30 minus
30 minus 40 will be 40 minus 30 will be 10. Okay.
10.
And here the ratio is 0.
Yes, 0.
Then how can you 1:10, boss? Let us say if I say 1:10, let me verify my friend's answer. He's saying that let us say 1 kg of rice, 1 kg of rice of 30 rupees per kg. So 30 rupees plus 10 kgs of rice of 40 rupees per kg. So 10 into 40, that's so total how many kgs we have taken? 1 kg 30 rupees per kg, 10 kgs of 40 rupees per kg, right? Total we have taken 11 kgs, and we are selling at 40 rupees per kg. So 11 into 40 rupees per kg we are selling. So 440 rupees we will get. And here at 10, it's 430 rupees is the cost price. 440. Okay. In this case also we have 10 rupees profit. Okay. Okay, actually, boss, I have taken random values here. So here it has come 0, but I have never come across the situation. In this case, if the shopkeeper wants profit, boss, if you take 1:10, it is possible, boss. Actually, what we have to do is we have to take the difference and we have to write here. So 40 minus 30, difference is 10. 40 minus 40, difference is 0. 0 should be written here, but when you take 1:10 possibility, then the shopkeeper is earning profit here. You understand the idea, boss. If I change the value as 45 rupees, then let us say what happens here. Okay, I'm changing. The shopkeeper is selling at 45 rupees per kg. So what we have to do, what we have to write here is, see, this part will be giving you ratio, boss. This part will be giving you ratio, and the ratio will be difference of these terms. 45 minus 40, so 5, and 45 minus 30. 45 minus 30, 15. 5:15 will be your ratio. 5:15 will be ratio, or you can minimize this also. It will be 1:3. So you have to mix both of type A and type B in this ratio, 1:3 ratio. Then that shopkeeper can sell the mixture at 45 rupees per kg, boss. And then in that case also he will have profit, boss. That depends upon the question. So the question as how he asked, then we will be moving like that. But you understand the allegation technique. Allegation technique is we will be taking type A here and type B here, and mixtures that mixtures mean will be taken here. That mixtures average will be taken here, and the ratio in which to mix this A and B will be coming over here. And simple thing is we are finding difference here. Okay. If problem requires any other kind of thing, was we'll explain during solving the problem. Any doubts for the others who for who this method is a new one? Right. So let's go to the questions, my friends. We have question number 1 here. It's an image. Here is the question. The average marks of 32 boys of section A of class X is 60, whereas the average marks of 40 boys of section B of class X is 33. The average marks for both the sections combined together. Come on, answer this question. Combined average, we have given a formula mx plus ny by m plus n. and 45. Is there any request? Array. Guys, tell me, if I add these students over here, will they join into the meeting directly? Any idea?
Sir, maybe they only join the team now.
That's what I'm doubting. So how can we do? Let's share this link in the WhatsApp. Okay guys, now here you have your question. The average marks of 32 boys of section A. You please answer this question number 1 and tell me. My friend, allegations technique, you should not take this much time to answer it.
45, sir.
45. Madam, did you use allegation technique or general mx plus ny by m plus n?
MX plus NY, sir.
Okay, madam. We'll do this question with both of the techniques and you will know. What is the question? The average marks of 32 boys of section A of class is 60, where the average marks of 40 boys of section B of class is 33. Class 6 is 33. The average marks for both the sections combined together is. We want so acha, this next step in mixtures and allegation technique, guys. So please help me with that question here. Now we will do that question by using our formula. Okay, this is question number 1, and please tell me the numbers. 32 boys and average is
60.
60. So there is one class with 32 and average is 60, and another
40 boys, 33 average.
40 boys, 33 average, guys. So let me apply the formula. When these boys are combined together, then average, what happens? This thing 32 into 60, and you know, average is sum of observations. But I told you to remember that as total sum. Total sum divided by number of terms. So total sum will be number into average was. So that thing we are taking here. Total sum will be number into average. That thing we are taking here. See, let me take here. The combined average will be we have to take, see, you please understand the meaning. Average is total sum by number of terms. Average is total sum by number of terms. Total sum equal to number of terms into average. And if you want combined average, total sum is equal to number of terms into average. If you want combined average, if we are mixing uh, two different, see here, boys, 32 boys and 40 boys, right, with their different averages, then what happens is combined average will be total sum of first category of boys plus total sum of second category of boys divided by number of boys, guys. First category plus second category, that is actually the formula. But I am telling you in terms of total sum now, because total sum we have good application in the upcoming problems. So understand this thing. See, combined average will be total sum of A category, this category 32 boys plus total sum of this category divided by A plus B. That's what actually the formula is. The formula says mx, which is 32 into 60. Again, total sum of this one will be from this formula. Total sum will be number into average. So number is how much? 32 into average plus second category boys, 40 into average divided by number of people, which is 32 plus 40. This should be solved, boss. This here comes the matter. So this is by using the formula, and our friend has answered it, madam. The combined total average is how much? 45, right?
Yes, sir.
The total average is 45. Sir, here I told you on the very first day, you can apply as it is 6 multiplication. You can directly do this here. Let me, and you note these points, these are very important. And let me multiply here. See, 6 3s are 180, 6 20s, 6 2s are 12, 180 plus 12, it's 192. So here it will be 1920. Are okay, and here again 4 3s are 120, 4 30s are 120, and 4 3s are 12, 120 plus 12, 132, 13 132, and already 10 is in multiplied, so 1320 divided by here it is sum 30 40 70 72. So 72 will be the sum. You do the addition and you do the calculation, boss. You can see over here calculation part is becoming uh, it will eat our time. That's why we will be using that mixtures and alligation technique, boss. Let us apply that mixtures and alligations. First you copy this one, later we go to that one. Okay, and my friends, let's go to the technique without wasting the time. Firstly, we have learned the technique, guys. Please help me with the numbers in that problem. Now we have seen that when type A mixture is mixed with the type B, then here mixture will be there, and here comes the ratio, in which ratio we have to mix them. This is clear, right? Confirm me. When type A average, see, this is one mixture with some average, and this is another mixture with some average. When both of them are mixed, then combined average will be coming here. We have taken the example, right? Combined average will be coming here, and this is the ratio in which these mixtures should be mixed to get this combined average, boss. Right? Now let us apply the trick over here. Please tell me what is the average of first boys, guys? First number 33, I think. What is the average? Hello.
40, sir.
First 40 is the average, and for second kind boys, second category boys,
33.
33 is the average. And what is the combined average? That question they are asking, my friends. We need to find combined average. So this is level 2 in the mixtures and alligations. See, in the mixtures and alligations, if it is a, if they gave us combined average, and if they asked us what is the ratio, then it's very simple. Ratio will be difference of combined average and this B, it will come. Combined average minus A, it will come. But here we have to find combined average. That is the question. And you can see number of boys. You tell me number of boys, madam. A category, 40 average kind of boys, you can see over here in the question. There are 32 boys of section A of class X is 60, 40 boys 33. 32 boys 60, 40 boys 33. 40 boys, madam, see, we have to take average here. Let me come to the question. 32 boys of section A of class 60. The average marks of 32 boys is 60. Okay. 40 boys is 32. 40 boys is 33. So 60, 33 in this call. We have to take 60 is one average and 33 is another average. And you can take number of boys over here. See, 60 is one average and 33 is another average. See, 60, 32 boys average marks is 60, 40 boys average marks is 33. Okay, 32 and 40. Okay, guys, you can see 32 boys average marks is 60, 40 boys average marks is 30. And I told you here comes the ratio. Here comes the ratio. Ratio ante in the quantities we have to mix the mixtures. That ratio will come. So find the ratio here. I'm finding the ratio 8 5 is 40 and 8 4 is 32. So 4 is to 5 is the ratio, boss. 4 is to 5 is the ratio. Now, in order to find this combined average, what we have to do is, here we have two steps, my friends. First step is we have to find the difference between this. So in the step one, it's standard procedure, boss. Please remember it. When you solve mixture and allegations, and if you remember this, then you will definitely remember me. It was taught by Raju sir, and it is used here. Okay. So the first step is was we have to find the difference between the averages. That is 60 minus 33. Sorry, it is 33, and the difference is 740. 27 is the 27. What is the difference, guys? 30, 27 is the difference. Now 8 4 32, 8 5, 5 plus 4 9. Yes. Now we have the difference, right? After that, let us go to the step 2, boss. Step 2 will be, we have to equate this number of, see what we have to do is, let me change the color. We have ratio as 4 is to 5, right? That means మనం 4 members boys ని ఈ కేటగిరీ నుంచి తీసుకొని 5 members boys ని ఈ కేటగిరీ నుంచి తీసుకుంటే we'll get it, boss. See, we have to divide this 27 with the above ratio, boss. సో ఈ డిఫరెన్స్ ని మనం ఈ 4:5 రేషియోలో ఈక్వేట్ చేసి నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ బాయ్స్ ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. సో లెట్ మీ డివైడ్ దెమ్. సో జనరల్లీ ఐ టోల్డ్ మీకు ఇది చెప్పలే కదా, పార్ట్నర్షిప్ రేషియోస్ టెక్నిక్ మీకు కాలే కదా. ఓకే, లెట్ us go to the ratios, boss. In that ratios, what happens is, if you have, let me take one example to make you understand this. There are 100 students in a classroom. Okay, and boys is to girls ratio is 2 is to 3. Then how many boys are there and how many girls are there? That is the question. So when boys is to girls ratio is known as 2 is to 3, then in order to find number of boys, boss, what we do is we have to combine this ratio. That is number of parts here, 2 plus 3. So 5 parts. 5 parts must be equal to 100. Why? Because your class contains only boys and girls, and boys are total 2 parts in 100, and girls are total 3 parts in 100. So total parts should be 5. See, 3 plus 2 5, and that 5 parts should be equal to 100. From there, one part value is 520 is 100. So one part value is 20. From there, you can say 2 parts boys are there. So we multiply with 20 because one part value is known. So there are 40 boys, and we have to multiply girls with 20 because 3 parts girls are there. So there are 60 girls. This is how we find ratios and their numbers, was. So this is one ratio concept. You can make a note of this one also. Any doubts you can ask me, boss. Like that, here we have 9 parts and we have to equate to the 27. So 9 parts is equal to 27. From there, one part is equal to 3, boss. One part value is 3. Now we say 4 parts of type 1 and 4 parts of 5 parts of type B are in our mixture box. Now we will be finding, we know part value is 3. So 4 parts is nothing but 4 into 3, which is 12. 5 parts is nothing but it's 5 into 3, which is 15 box. Now we will tell what actually now we will tell what will be the combined average. see over here. So let me draw over here in this picture. Let me draw so that you can see it very clearly. So we have 60, we have 33, and very clearly we found 12 and we found 15 here. We found 12 and 15. And if you find the ratio of this one also, the ratio will come 4:5. The ratio will come 4:5 only. We are using this ratio to find the number of to find the this thing array. So let me take over here. Okay, now our number will be, see, when you are finding this combined average was, what we have to do is we have to either subtract this 15 from the bigger number. See, in the level 1 I told you to subtract. See, combined average nunchi దీన్ని తీసేస్తే ఇది వస్తుంది. That thing we have seen in the level 1. From combined average, if you can remove this one, then it will come. So what we have to do, if you can add this to this one, then combined average will come. So 33 plus 12, combined average will be 33 plus 12, which is 45. This will be the combined average. Or if you remove this 15 from this one, then combined average will come. So this is how we use, this will be the combined average, and this is your required answer. Let me explain you once again. The question says, please listen carefully. I hope it is visible now. The question says, 32 boys average is 60 and 40 boys average is 33. When both of them are mixed, we have to find what is the combined average. So this is mixtures and alligation technique. In order to find the quantity combined average here, after knowing their ratio, we will be following this procedure. In that one, we have step 1. The step 1 is we have to find the ratio of the given numbers. So the ratio of the given numbers, clearly it is 4:5, 32:40, and the ratio is 4:5. Okay, that is first step. Second step was we need to find the difference between these two averages. So we are finding the difference between these two averages, 60 minus 33, and the difference is 27. Difference is 27. Third thing was we have to find what is this 4 units value or 4 parts value or 5 parts value by equating this total number of parts with the difference. So difference is 27 and 5 plus 4 are the total number of parts. We have to equate them. Then you will get the number of part value, that is part value is 3, and we have to multiply that part value here. 4 into 3 is 12 and 5 into 3 is 15. That means ఇక్కడ ఉండే value 12 ఉన్నట్టు boss, and this one will be this smaller number plus this 12, and this one will be this big number minus this 15. So this is 45, and 45 is the combined average for the given question boss. And if you remember this in your mind, and simple calculations are here instead of doing all that multiplication. That's why we discuss mixtures and alligation as a shortcut for problem number 1. I hope you enjoyed the shortcut. Any doubts? You can ask. And please make it very fast. Manam concept number of questions dealing will be coming down, right? Come on.
Sir,
Please.
how that average difference become 9 parts, sir?
Average difference 9 parts కాలేదు బాస్. యాక్చువల్గా ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ కంబైన్డ్ యావరేజ్ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఈ డిఫరెన్స్కి ఈ కింద ఉన్న రేషియోస్ని ఎట్లా అంటే, ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఈ క్వశ్చన్ అన్నాం కదా, ఒకవేళ టోటల్ సమ్ 100 అయితే అందులో ఉన్న బాయ్స్ గర్ల్స్ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి ఈ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పార్ట్స్కి ఈక్వల్ చేసుకుంటాం. సిమిలర్లీ ఈ డిఫరెన్స్కి ఈ 5 + 4 సమ్ని ఈక్వేట్ చేసుకొని నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పార్ట్స్ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసుకుంటాం. అది 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 ఎందుకు అయింది అంటే దట్ ఈస్ ద లాజిక్ టు ఫైండ్ దిస్ వన్.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now let's go to next question. We have question number 2 over here. I hope question number 1 lane inta story undi. Question number 2. Let's go. A fruit seller sold big, medium, and small sized apples in 15, 10, and rupees 5 respectively. The total number of apples sold were in the ratio 3 is to 2 is to 5. Find the average cost of the apples. Come on, you can find it and tell me. Quick. You know, if you know the ratios concept, you can answer it quickly. Average kada boss కావాల్సింది. Don't take time, please. Come on, quick.
Nine, sir.
Okay, 9. Yes, 9 is right. You can see fruit seller sold big, medium, and small sized apples for 15, 10, and 5 rupees. Total number of apples sold. You can see total number of apples sold are in the ratio 3 is to 2 is to 5. Find the average cost of the apple. You can find the average cost directly, my friends. See, average will be 15 rupees apples, 3 multiples from actually when ratio given was 3 is to 2 is to 5 ratio we have sold, if they say like that. And if they say that 6 is to 4 is to 10 ratio, then ratio is same boss. I have multiplied this with just 2. So when ratio is there, it doesn't depend upon number of apples he sold. You can take the ratios directly. So the see ఇక్కడ మీరు చూడండి 6 apples 4 apples 10 apples అనుకోండి. If I multiply the basic one with 3, then 9 apples 6 apples and 15 apples. In all the cases, if you do the following process, then average will be same boss. That's multiples in this kokunda ratio will be minimizing, right? Ratio will be minimizing. In the previous example I told, when 100 students are there in the classroom and the ratio of the boys and girls is 2 is to 3, in that case 40 boys are there and 60 girls are there, right? So if you find the ratio of 40 and 60, it will come as 2 is to 3. So we are minimizing the terms. So so that here number of apples of 15 rupees sold, how many, so on that number how many number of apples of having cost of 15 rupees sold, on that number the average will not change was. So you can directly move with this one. So 15 rupees costing apples are sold with 3 ratio plus 10 rupees costing apples are sold with 2 ratio plus 5 rupees costing apples and their 5 units divided by number of apples. Number of apples will be this 3 plus 2 plus 5. 3 plus 2 plus 5. So it's 5 by 8, 10. So in the denominator it is 10 and in the numerator you do it, you will have 9 as the average. Okay, 45 plus 20 plus 25. So understand basic concept, 45 plus 20 plus 25, right? Now, let me go to the next question. We have question number 3 here. The average of marks scored by students of class is 68. The average of marks of girls in the class is 80. Okay, total marks and that of the boys is 60. What is the percentage of boys in the class? Come on, good standard question was. Good question. Please try this question. The average of marks scored by the students of class is 68. The average of marks of the girls in the class is 80 and that of the boys is 60. What is the percentage of boys in the class? We'll see this question in 2 ways. Come on, I'll give you 30 seconds or 1 minute. You take your 1 minute time and answer this question. Okay, my friends, let us see the answer here. Any answers from your side? I think, what is the strength now? 54. For this question, any answers from your side, my friends? Tell me. Okay. Answer is
Sir,
40.
60.
Okay, answer question number 3. I don't know. Chalo, we'll do this. We'll do this. See, the average of marks
Sir,
scored
is
by
it
the
60%?
madam, we'll tell you whether it is 60% or not. I don't know the answer. Okay, the average of marks scored by the students. See, I'll tell you two methods, madam. One is mixtures and allegations, what we have applied it just now. And let's see this, the average of marks scored by the students of class is 68. So I told you average equal to total sum by number, right? This thing you know. So from here, let me find total sum. There are average marks scored by the students of a class is 68. The average of marks of the girls. Let me say that there are X students. Let me say that there are X students in the class. Okay. When there are X students in the class, then total sum of all these X students will be average into number of students from this formula. Average is given as 68. Okay, average into number of students. Number of students we are assuming as X. So total sum of all the students. This is total sum of all. Okay, this is total sum of all students. That is 68 into X. Given the average of marks of the girls in the class is 80. They are giving girls. And that of boys is 60. What is the percentage of boys in the class? Number లేదు కదా, percentage of boys. We'll do one thing. We'll do was total sum logic lo manam we are not able to find number here, so let's go to this logic, average logic, our allegations logic. 68 is the combined average because this is average of the total students. So I will be taking 68, which is a combined average here, and the average of the marks of girls in the class is 80. So average of girls is 80 and average of boys is 60. This is boys. Okay, so this is, now here comes the ratio part. Ratio part will tell you how much quantity boys are there and how much quantity girls are there. You can see 68 minus 60, which is 8, and 80 minus 68, 270, it's 12. So how much it will come to? 4 is to 2 6, 2 2s and 2 3s. So 2 is to 3 is the ratio. So 2 is to 3 is the ratio, and this ratio will tell you. I hope this is very clear to you. And this ratio will give you ante total 2% boys girls unnaru, and 2 parts girls are there and 3 parts boys are there was. So here very clear that girls is to boys ratio is given as 2 is to 3. You can see girls ratio is this 2 and boys ratio will be 3, right? Now the question says what is the percentage of boys in the class? Percentage of boys, percentage of boys will be boys representing ratio plus boys plus girls ratio into 100 was. We will know very clearly what percentage of, how we find percentage when we discuss, I hope, the day after tomorrow class. I think tomorrow is a holiday. So boys representing is 2 and boys and girls total ratio is 5 into 100. So 5 goes in 20 times, and percentage of boys will be 40 percentage here. So we have used mixtures allegations technique and we have used percentage technique to answer this question. Any doubt, I will explain once again. 40% is right. Any doubt, you tell me, I will explain once again. Clear? It is clear, right? So let's go to question number 4. I'm moving, guys. We have question number 4 here.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Please ask me.
Sir, that boys percentage, I mean 2:3, you have written that 2/5.
Oh, yeah, you are right, madam. You are right. Oh, I have done mistake here, guys. You can see, this is girls. Oh, sorry. Where is it? See, this 2 represents girls and this 3 represents boys. So we need to find boys percentage. So we have to take this boys parts boss. This is 3. So the answer should be 60. You are right, madam. So 3 into 20, that is 60. Good. So answer should be 60. Right. Now let's go to the next question. We have question number 4. The average weight of the 15 students in a class is increased by 1.5 kg when one of the student weighing 40 kg is replaced by a new student. What is the weight in kg of the new student? Come on, do it. We are running out of time, but number of problems left. I thought to complete the class in 1 hour, but it's going on. Okay, come on. Question number 4 answer. This is also very good model question, guys. See, I have picked questions of different models and it's taking time to explain the concept behind that one. That's why we are at question number 4. But at the fullest, I am trying to give you superb concept from my side. Okay, let me answer this question number 4. Again, we will be using the total sum concept loss. Let me write over here. Total sum is equal to average into number of observations. This is very clearly known to you, right? Now the average weight of 15 students in a class increases by 1.5 kg. Achha, there are 15 students, it is very clear. So let me take that x is the old average. Guys, I am audible, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's take 15 is the old average and let me write down the total sum expression over here. There are 15 students and their average is x. So total sum average into number into average, that is 15x, right? Now the question says that, see, let me tell one more thing. Average is equal to total sum boss. In this case, when one person is added and one person is subtracted, let me say one person 20 ks is added and one person who is having 30 ks is subtracted, divided by, if you can do number of persons, let's say there are 10 people right now. So 10 people average will be total. See, 10 people's average will be total sum of weight of 10 people by 10. This will give you average. Total sum nothing but, see, weight of first student plus second student, like that. 10 students weight by total number will give you average. Now, if I add one student in that, let me say there is a student with 30 kgs of weight in this total sum, and that student is taken out from this one, but another student of 20 kgs is added here. Then what we have to do, simply you add this 20 kgs to the total sum and you remove that student who is weighing 30 kgs. Okay, this change will come in the total sum divided by number of students. See, adding one and taking one will not change the number of students in this total 10, right? So divided by 10. This thing I'm going to apply over here. So 15x is the total sum of the total sum, old total sum. This is total sum of the previous total sum you can take, and there is a change is happening. The change is, the question says student weighing 40 kg is replaced by a new student. Okay, let me say this 40 kg fellow is replaced. This fellow is replaced by another student whose weight is y. I am assuming new student weight. New student's weight. So I am assuming this new student and whose weight is this. So this is the change happens in the total sum, right? This should be equal to 15 old students are there, total 15 are there, and 15x path total sum ki this change will result to 1.5 kg change in the total average. Is that in a class increased by 1.5 kg when one of the student weighing 40 kg replaced? Yes. So total average should change by 1.5. So this should be equal to 1.5 change in the old average boss. You can see old average is x and 1.5 increase is taking place due to removing of one student of 40 kgs and another student of y kgs. So you can see 15x minus 40. See, you should be able to write the expression, then you will do this problem quickly. It will be 15x plus 15 into 1.5. It's a 225, nothing but it is 22.5. 15 225, right? 15x will go, then y will be, you bring this 42 right hand side, then y will become 40 20 62.5. 62.5 kgs is the answer here. Okay guys, it needs practice. It needs see, you will have to do this kind of problems minimum 20 to 30, then you will keep this concept in your mind. I hope you understood this. Any doubts? Okay, now let's go to question number 5. And you know guys, I'm getting calls from home. Okay, question number 5. Good. The mean of marks scored by 100 students was found to be 40. Later on, it was discovered that a score of 53 was misread as 83. Find the correct mean. Same kind of concept used for question number 5 also. Please answer this question. We'll try to deal 2 more questions and we'll end up same concept, boss. Above concept. Please answer the question. Okay, question number 5, answer please.
39.7.
Wow. The mean of marks scored by 100 students was found to be 40. Mean is nothing but average. So total sum of 100 students I am finding. Total sum of 100 students I am finding. You can see 100 students into 40. This is mean total sum of 100 students. Now later on, it was discovered that a score of 53 was misread as 83. అంటే 53 కి బదులుగా 83 తీసుకున్నాడు బాస్. So you can remove 83 from the total sum and you can add this 53 to the total sum, because this is the original, divided by total 100 students are there, so divided by 100 will give you answer. See, average is nothing but total sum divided by number. So here average will be total sum divided by number. So here, but what we are doing, we are writing down whatever changes are given in the question. So this is total sum of 100 students minus 1 is misread. So a minus 83 you have to do and plus 53 you have to do. Then it will give you the answer. It will come this 4000 minus how much? 53, 3, 50, 80, 30. 50, 80, difference is 30, right? Divided by 100. So it's 3970 divided by 100. Nothing but 39.7. Please cooperate with my handwriting. It's 39.7 is the average. Right. Now, my friends, let's go to question number 6. Okay. Average age of 11 cricket players is 20 years. If the age of a coach is also included, the average is increases by 10%. The age of the coach is a similar concept. You can use it and you can tell it. Friends, it's already 7:06, and we'll close our session after this question number 6. And I hope you enjoyed the question. You enjoyed the session. Come on, please answer question number 6.
44.
Yes, it's 44. The average age of 11 cricket players is 20. Okay, so here, if the age of the coach is also included, then the average age increases by 10%. Average is increased by 10%. Okay, now let me see total sum. Total sum of 11 cricketers is 11 into 20, because you know total sum will be your number into average, that is 11 into 20. If the age of the coach is also included, you are including another person, that means the number of persons will be 12 now, because coach is also included here. Then the average increases by 10%. Initial average was 20 and now it is increasing by 10%. You know, 10%, 10%, it will give you 2. So 20 is a 10% will give you 2, and average is increased by 2. So now the average is becoming 2. Now the average is becoming 22. చూసారా, ఇది ఎండింగ్ అంటే పెన్ is also not supporting. Okay, come on. Oh shit, something is going. My god, what is happening? Okay, so you can see, guys, 20 is 10% is 2, so 20 plus 2 we have to do, then 22. And the age of the coach, they are asking for the age of the coach box. You can see, simply the age of the coach will be difference of this product box. We'll see the average age of the 11 cricket players is 20 years. So manam em cheddamante, age of the coach, see, 22 people, 22 new average into 12 people minus 20 old average into 11 people will give you age of the coach was. Why it is happening is, see, ఇక్కడ 11 people average ni 22 people average నుంచి తీసేస్తున్నాం అంటే automatically you will have age of the coach was, and the age of the coach will be 20 to 12. Do the multiplication as our friend told. 44 will be the answer here. Okay, with this question, guys, bye bye, 1 minute. With this question, guys, we'll end today's session. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Let's go to this